All right, so what we're looking at right now, this is a transition gutter downspout. So it's got the, you can do a 2x2 or a 2x3 in the top. If you take this little baffle out, this little piece on the inside just pops out. This is about $5 or $6 at Lowe's. So this is what this looks like. That's probably the brand there. This is for a 4-inch. So this bottom end goes into a 4-inch pipe. It can be the corrugated or the solid. So we've got a pipe that comes out from the corner of the gutter here at the corner of the house. This probably gets more water than any other downspout on our house. So what's happened over time is just from weed eating, it's chewed up the pipe itself. Sorry, I got some weeds in the way here. You know what that's like. If you got a yard, you got weeds. But what I'm going to do is, they've got a transition here, this black piece that goes into here. I'm going to take that out because I'm going to have to cut down so low. I'm going to be cutting down here. So this piece that I purchased will bridge that gap. So you can see here where I'm going to have to go all the way down here. This piece doesn't reach that far. The little tab for it is actually right here. So it's going to end just on here somewhere. But this is going to go here. And the extra function of this piece is that it will leaves and debris and other things that are coming down the downspout go into the top here, and they catch on this grill, so you can actually reach your hand in here and pull all the leaf material and stuff. And so that leaf material isn't actually going down this pipe. This pipe goes underground here, all the way over here, down this hill, and then comes out here. So the water from the house is draining all the way down here, and you can actually look in the grate and see there's debris inside the grate. What I do is I'll come out and I got a little screw here, so I'll take this little screw out here and take that cap off and pull all the debris out, and then I'll run the hose up at the top, and that'll wash whatever extra grit and stuff out for a little bit. And it lasts a little while, but adding this extra piece will make it so that I can clean this out real easily from right here on the corner. So pretty much all I need is the hacksaw, simple hacksaw. I got a metal cutting blade on the hacksaw. That's what I'm going to cut the black pipe out. I've got my drill here with a quarter drive end on it. That's going to be for taking these screws out on the side. And then I have replacements, because most of the time when you see those screws like this one here, it's rusted. They spend all the time painting the gutters and the downspouts and all the transition pieces and the little tabs that are on the back here. They paint all this, and then they leave the screw, they leave the little self-tapping screw there just in mild steel, so it rusts out. So I've got replacements. This is the only reason that I go to Home Depot to get these, because for whatever reason I've never found them at Lowe's. But these are just painted. I've got black and white, but these are just painted, and these do not rust. So I will typically use the white ones to replace the rusted screws on the white tabs, and then down here I would actually use a black one on the black plastic. I'll use a black one on the black outside once I get that. So once I get this cut out, which I'm simply going to do by cutting the plastic under where the hole is, and then I'm going to snap the bottom of this in and fit the top on. You just bend these little tabs up, and then I'm going to put a screw in this tab, and it's going to go into the side of this wherever this ends up lining up. If I need to cut a little bit of the downspout end off, I got my hacksaw right here. It's already got a metal blade on it. I can cut right through there to make this shorter if I need to, so that this whole thing can fit. Another cool thing about this is that this can flex. You can bend this any direction you need to. So I'm probably going to make something like an S curve like this, just towards the front. That way it'll transition from the wall and go up to the front where the hole is in the ground. So that's a nice feature of this. Like I said, these are only about $5 or $6 or $7 at Lowe's, and I'll put a link in the description for these transition pieces for your gutter downspouts, so you have an easy clean out.
Go.
This is the first one. I'm going to see if I can just pull this out real quick. So there's a old rusted out little screw there, and I've got my new self-tapping painted. It's just going to go right back. Oh, that happens a lot. It's going to go right back in the hole. This tip of this drill bit is not magnetic, so it won't hold it, but that's just going to go right back in there. Now it's white, looks a lot better. So anyway, that was just real quick, but I'm going to get to where this is so I can figure out where to cut the plastic out so I have as much to use of leftover pipe as possible. I don't want to go too far down into the ground because I don't want water to be going into the pipe from the ground. So I want to be above ground level. It looks like, look at the bottom of this, that's going to go past there and snap into that. See how this works on the inside? This one is going to go and it's going to snap inside that rib. That's what this little thing does. So I can see about where I can cut to get this to slip into that hole. So I can see right here where the bottom of the furthest break is. That's loose. Take these screws out that are holding the adapter in. Looks like somebody actually used a stainless, so that's not rusted at all. But I'm not going to reuse it. I'll reuse a black one for this bottom part once I get the... And then the other side to use one that's all rusted out. So consistency, right? Now we got this out, so we can get these two pieces apart like that. This one out. There we go. That's that. And it looks like this will need some cutting. Check this out. This will need some cutting for this to fit in between the two. I'm going to have my curves are going to be like this actually. So that will transition from the house, which is back behind where the pipe is. But you can see how this would be well past the grate. If you're looking straight in from here, where this slides in, it can't be lower than the top of the grate right here. It has to ride here. It can't ride down here because the back of the pipe will actually hit, and you want room to be able to get your hands in there in between the two and pull all the leaf debris out. I'm just going to kind of pre-bend these little tabs up here. That's what's going to go on either side of the pipe, like that. It's going to go on either side of this, and then I'll re-screw those in with more tabs once I'm there. But for now, it looks like I'm going to want to go up to where this is at here. I'm going to want to come up past this old line where the dirt is here. I'm going to cut this off about here. This is not going to sound pretty once I get into it. That. Now I can get a better idea on how that's going to look. So something like slipping this in, you got to bend those tabs up, slip this in. This is going to go in. I'm going to get this around. this hole like that. There you go. You could actually probably hear that snap in the video. I'm just bending this back part up to get the angle. If you look inside here, you can actually see where the bottom is now, and you can see where the tabs are. Here's where the tabs are on the side. So the gutter is up there. Got plenty of room to get my hand in here and clean all that out. So we're going to put a couple screws on either side of that, and then I'm actually going to add another one just so this doesn't get bumped and undone. I'll put probably a little black screw through here and on the other side just to keep that secure so that doesn't pop out. All right, so that's it. Now you can make a little bit of an adjustment. You can tilt this and once these little tabs, the little spaces in between the sides open up, you can adjust this. It'll probably adjust itself a little bit over time, but now I have got a better solution to cleaning these out. Even if you look at here, there's no trees over the top of the house, but right next to us here, there's a bunch of pines, there's an oak over here, there's another oak over here, and somehow or another, if the wind blows the right direction, it just throws a bunch of stuff up in this gutter. And even though I probably threw out some pine needles a couple weeks ago, looks like there's already another pine needle stuck up in there. So yeah, if you're not gonna do the gutter covers themselves, then this is the best option, to let the stuff come down the gutter a little bit. Sometimes you still got to get up and clean out the gutters, but that is all for this one. And I haven't done any editing, so there's no cut time in doing this job. It was strictly from start to finish, and you can see the whole thing's done in less than 15 minutes. Here's our camera girl for the day. This is a journey. Hi. And we're going to sign off. Thank you for your help, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll bring you some more content, and hopefully it helps you just around the house fixing things and making things better. We appreciate it.